The March of the Living serves as a powerful statement of solidarity for all those who have been victims of intolerance and discrimination. And it reminds us that we must stand up against Jewish hate and all injustice to ensure that history does not repeat itself. The people who lead this asked me right at COVID time to lead this march. In today's world, you wouldn't believe that human beings could treat other human beings. And what transpired at this camp really happened, and we have to be mindful of that.
My job with Robert on this mission is to build a bridge and make sure our cultures connect to a very high level till we understand each other and we make bridges close and make the world a better place, like Robert always says.
Each of us have decided we're going to try to build bridges, and part of it is to make sure the American fabric stays strong and everybody has an opportunity to do well.
Shalom. I'd like to start off by saying, Call Halayim La, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Kakwadash, the honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS. You know, what you just saw was a commercial for a campaign called Stop the J-Word Hate, you know, which is led by a billionaire, you know, Robert Kraft. You know, he owns the what's it called? The Patriots football team, you know. But the point of the video is more so to speak on these celebrities, you know, Jake celebrities that's basically sold out, man. And it's obvious now, you know, the apostles and brothers before, you know, they would always say that years in, they would say like, you know, these rappers, you know, these athletes, they sold out. But, you know, as somebody that, like, when I wasn't in the truth, I didn't understand fully what they meant by that, because, you know, I would just use my logic and be like, nah, I don't see how a man, you know, because they put on the image, you know. But what we just saw is what? Meek Mill, man, he's a puppet, you know. And this was sent to me by somebody that's not even in the, like, at the truth, man. So it's obvious, man, that these men are sellouts, you know. Because what is he doing? You know, Robert Kraft, you know, they put some money behind him, and they helped him get out of jail, and they funding whatever he, I guess his intentions or his agendas is, basically just lining his pockets, you know. And in return, he is supposed to push a narrative, man, you know. And the narrative, he's out there in Poland right now marching with these you know what I mean, these J words, these fake J words, and he's talking about he's trying to enlighten his people, but not really fully understanding who the real Jews are, you know. So I'm gonna go straight into some scriptures. This is Ecclesiastes 7:7, and it reads, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. You know, and when you read it in the NLT, it says a bribes corrupt the heart, man. So you gotta understand that this basically, since his pockets is lined, he's basically just a high price hoe, you know, and he has a lot of influence. Cause you know what happens is what Jake, you know, we like the rappers and the athletes, you know, anybody that look like us that's actually doing something, you know, we're gonna look at them to be like, all right, they got the answers. Not knowing that the answers truly are with the men on the streets, man, on the corners, man, teaching you about the Lord and teaching you who you are, which is a Jew, the real Jews, not those Amalekites, man, not Esau. You know, those are impersonators. Let me get Matthew's real quick. This is Matthew 15. It says, this is Matthew 15 and 14. It says, let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind, and if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. And that is what um that's what these guys are basically hired to do. Him, along with other let me see if they say any other names in there, because I believe Mike Tyson is also in there. You know, we know Tom Brady's an Edomite, so it don't even really matter with him. But Mike Tyson, you know, Jay-Z, all of these people basically are in on all of this, on this agenda, man, which is to keep, which is because now we understand more and more that Jake is for sale, man. If you could give them, if you give them enough money to allow them to live the life that they want to live, in return they'll do whatever the fuck you say. You know, you seen how Meek was looking at this guy. Basically, it sounded like he was reading it off a script. You know, or he said, make the world a better place, like Robert always says. Like this guy, when mind you, this is the same guy. When you listen to his music, what is he talking about? He's talking about destroying his people. He's talking about selling drugs, killing niggas, adultery. You know, this is the same guy doing that, but at the same time, when when these Amalekites give him that call, like, Io, we need you for this, he got to jump up and he got to put on his house nigga voice, so to speak. You know, so that's why those men aren't the ones to follow, man. The men. Listen, we supposed to follow Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah ultimately, and then the men that are put out here to lead you. You know, the Lord put certain men to push the truth, and you're supposed to hearken on to that. Man, let me get this a scripture on that real quick. Nope, that was all right. That's a good one though. But Proverbs 13 and 20, it says, "He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed." Right, man. I wasn't looking for that, but that actually is a good scripture for that, because who are the wise men? The men that are telling you that, listen, we are the Israelites, you know, the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We are the Lord's chosen people. We are the real Jews, you know, not those Edomites. So those wise men are that's telling you, listen, come back to the ways of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. You know, put off that old man. You know, all of the lies, that wine that was sold to us. You know, basically put into us that we black, or that it's a whole plethora of shit, man. You could just go on for days with this, or that this is the only thing that matters. We're chasing money. You know, heaven on earth, so to speak. You know, those are the fools. You know, and what happens to fools, man? They're gonna be destroyed. So walking with the wise men would mean what? It means hearkening on to the words from the apostles on down. You know, coming straight out of this Bible. You know, but let me find the one I was really looking for. It was called. I believe that's it. Yeah, this is Proverbs 21 and 16. It says, "The man that wandereth out the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead." Right. So, in the way of understanding is what? On that straight line, man. In these scriptures, man, the way that we were supposed to live, coming out of this place, man. What's that? It's Micah. You feel me? Now it's starting to come to me. I think that's what is it? Micah 2. What is it? I'm trying to think. Micah 2 and 10, I believe. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with the sword of destruction." Right? So, you know, we're supposed to depart what? That don't mean get up and leave America. No, it means depart spiritually, mentally. Get your mind out of this American way, man. Out of the way that we was basically taught from Esau, man. You know, we not black or Jamaican or Haitian or Puerto Rican, shit like that. No, we are the Israelites. You know, we supposed to come back into that. It says because it is polluted. Why this place is polluted? Because all it is straight. It's wickedness on every angle, man. And if you don't come out of this place, you'll end up like how Meek is gonna be, which is gonna be destroyed, man. You're gonna be destroyed because now what? You're not gonna have that hedge over you. You know what I'm saying? When the shit hits the fan, and when Esau shows who he truly is, which is what the Lord is doing that, and it's happening at a rapid pace, man. And that's why this is a desperation play. You're gonna see more of that too. You're gonna see more of these celebrities now, mainly Jake, taking a heavy stance against quote unquote anti-Semitism. Why? Because it's almost over. This shit is almost over. Those strongholds are being broken down, and now Esau is going to be putting it in the hyper gear, man. Trying to get now these basically these celebrities got to pay what they weigh, man. They got to pay their bread for this, man. So now the money that they got or what they received in return for their services, now they gotta come to fruition. Now they going you see them out here working. You're gonna see a lot more of it. But it says it shall destroy you even with the sword destruction, right? Because now when you don't have that hedge over you, when this dollar crash, which we see that's happening, when they bringing in that digital currency, the charagma, you know, the only thing that's going to stop you from taking it is what? Is the Lord. Ultimately, if you are the elect, the Lord is not gonna put it in your spirit to take it, but the Lord is going to leave you to your own devices, man. If you following men like that. So, the best thing to do would be what? Now is the time, man. Let me see. That's funny. I'll get another one. This is Romans 13 and 11. It says, "And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed." Right? So, because we at the very end of this thing, man, we're seeing the charagma right at the door. We're hearing rumors of wars. We're hearing about the famine. Everything's like all the prophecies are actually being put into play. You know, like the domino already fell, so all of this stuff is happening constantly. It's not a day that goes by without prophecy getting closer and closer. So now is the time to wait, man. You can't put it off, man, because well, I'll finish it off with that. I think it's in the book of Sirach. Yep, this is Book of Sirach 5 and 7. It says, "Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord." So no delay. Don't put it off, thinking that you're still gonna chase your money or chase your dreams. Funny that this nigga Meek is a quote unquote dream chaser, but yeah, that you're gonna chase your dreams. No, you can't. Right now, you should be getting out of this place, getting right with the Lord, man, and preparing for all hell to break loose. Jacob's trouble. It says, "Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed." Meaning, when you're thinking that you've accomplished whatever you wanted to accomplish, you got your bag up, you chilling right now, you put your feet up, that's when, that's suddenly, that's when the Lord is going, this whole shit is going to crumble, man. You might go hard and you be so focused on your money and this and the third and building up some sort of fortune. The minute you accomplish whatever you wanted to do, now the whole shit just fall apart. It ain't worth nothing. The paper dollar ain't worth nothing. Now what you trying to do? Now you gonna fuck around and go get the part of my language, but you're gonna go get the charagma now, because you want to continue to maintain. You want to continue for this shit to go on. You don't want to end. And that's really, if you're not of the elect, 2/3 of our people, they're gonna want this thing to continue, man. They just gonna want their time to shine. They don't want to wait on the Lord. They don't want this thing to be done away with. They're not sighing and crying for their abominations. What they're doing is just waiting for their turn and trying to figure out a way that they could live like these damn Edomites, man, or like the sellout Jake that these Amalekites put on a pedestal for us to basically try to go after that, you know. So basically, man, Jake is selling out. Is being seen now. Even people in the world are seeing it. You ain't even got to be in. It's plain as day, man. And it's like Esau, man. He's desperate, man. So that's how we know we're getting closer and closer and closer to getting out of here, man. And that separation is going to be made more and more. You're going to start seeing 2/3 or those that are undesirables, they're going to start basically panicking more and more. They're going to start being more desperate. You're going to see Esau pulling out more desperation plays. And then you're going to see the elect, or those the hopeful elect, you're going to see those men slowly just disappearing, man. You're not even going to be able to get in contact with us, man. Lord's well, I'm amongst that number, but you're not even going to be able to be around us anymore because the Lord is going to take us away from all of that, you know? So with that, Lord will, I'm hoping it was edifying. With that, I want to say, Call Halayim La, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakadash.